Hola, hola, my G's. My name is Ruben here. And today I want to talk about this house, man. There's something haunting about old houses. Not because they are scary, man, but because they carry memories louder than modern walls ever could, man. This abandoned wooden bungalow was built more than 100 years ago, during the missionaries' days around the early 1900s. Back then, houses like these were very common in many parts of Africa. Timber was cheap, easy to transport, and faster to build compared to stone structures. Corrugated iron sheets were considered modern and practical. For missionaries, colonial administrators, railway workers, and settlers, these homes were not luxury, they were smart solutions. Imagine building a full house in a few weeks, using local timbers, simple tools, and manpower instead of expensive machines. No cement mixers, no heavy trucks, no millions spent on architectural designs. Just skills, patience, and availability of materials. And surprisingly, these houses were comfortable and very comfortable. Underline that. Wood naturally regulates temperature during cold seasons. The room stayed warmer during hotter afternoons. The house remained cooler compared to many concrete houses today that trap heat like ovens, man. The raised floors improved air circulation, and the wide verandas gave people space to relax after long working days. Life was slower then, but simpler. Today, constructing even a small house, a toilet, feels like preparing for war, man. Cement prices keeping rising, steel is expensive, land prices are unbelievable, man. Interior finishing alone can drain you years of savings. Many young people spend decades paying loans just to own a tiny apartment in a crowded estate. Yet over 100 years ago, people built homes that still stand today, even if they're in an abandoned condition. That tells you something about craftsmanship and priorities of those days, man. Hey? But also, don't forget that these wooden houses also had some serious disadvantages. Termites were a constant threat. Heavy rain slowly weakened the timber. Fire could destroy everything within minutes, man. And without regular maintenance, the structures aged very fast. That is exactly what we are seeing here now. Broken walls, rusted iron sheets, rotting timber, silence. Silence. Nature is slowly reclaiming what man once proudly built. Although there is still beauty in the decay, this house reminds us that every generation believes in its own technology, which is best. Back then, timber houses were considered modern. Today we praise skyscrapers, glass apartments, and smart homes, but maybe 100 years from now, people will be walking through abandoned concrete buildings asking the same questions we ask today. Like, who lived here? What dreams did they have? What happened to them? Modern life has changed the meaning of a home. Long ago, a house was mainly for shelter, family, and peace. Today, houses have become status symbols. People compete through roofing designs, tiles, gates, lightings, and expensive furniture, man. Sometimes forgetting the real purpose of a home. Many people are financially drowning because of pressure to impress society. Loans everywhere, stress everywhere, working endlessly just to maintain appearance. Meanwhile, older generations focused more on functionality than attention, man. This old bungalow teaches an important lesson: build within your means. A small peaceful home is better than a mansion built on pressure dates and sleepless night, Buddha. Another lesson is about maintenance. Anything neglected eventually collapses, not only houses, even friendship, families, careers, and health, Buddha. At some point, this house was alive. Children probably played on this compound. People laughed inside these rooms. Someone cooked here. Someone played here. Someone planned their future here. Now, only wind moves through the broken timber. Time humbles everything. Car rusts. Building cracks. Wealth changes owners. Generations disappear. And maybe that's why places like this deserve preservation. Not because they are perfect, but because they remind us where we came from. They remind us the history not found only in books. Sometimes history stands quietly forgotten in our compounds. Under rusty iron shades and tired wooden walls, this abandoned house may be falling apart, but its story is still standing to date. Stay guided.